Hey everyone, Mike here. I'm looking at 3D figures. I'm looking at finding surface area and volume. When we're going to do surface area and volume, we're going to make heavy use of formulas. Let's start with a very simple idea here of a box. This box is going to be rectangular on all its sides. It's going to have some length, some width, and some height. And let's make them 5, 8, and 16 feet respectively. Now, if I want to find the surface area, it's the area on all the sides. So I've got this front and back here that's 5 by 8, and I've got two of them. So that's 2 times 8 times 5, that's 80 square feet. I've also got two of this 8 by 16 bottom. Two times 8 times 16, that's 16 squared, which is 256. Hey, 256 feet squared. And then we've also got two of these left and right sides. That's 5 feet by 16 feet, right? This right here, this right here. So 2 times 5 times 16, that's 160. So our total here is 6, 13, 19, 496 square feet. And you can see what we did is we broke it down into parts. And then each part had its own little formula. And we added them all together. And then for volume, it's just simply a formula. Length times width times height. And if we want to find that formula for volume, it's calculus time. So we're just going to accept that these formulas are true. 5 times 8 times 16. I don't think we need to improve it. So this is 16 times 40. So that's 64 with a 0. 640 feet cubed. Cubes. Very simple. You take the length of this side, and all sides are the same, and you cube it. So if this has an edge length, side length of 3 meters, then its volume is 3 cubed, which turns out to be 27 meters cubed. What about surface area? Well, it's got 6 sides, and they're all the same. That's 6 times the surface area of a side, and this is a square. This is 3 by 3. This is 9. This is 6 times 9. This is 54 meters squared. Nice. Again, we're just kind of following these formulas. Rectangular prism, we already did one of those examples. And that's the name for this box type shape where it's made out of rectangles. The surface area, again, is you add up the top and bottom, the left and right, and the front and back of this thing, and you get the surface area of it. We'll go ahead and we'll do this example of a surface area of a prism with length, width, and height of 12, 8, and 16 inches respectively. So this is going to be 2 times 12 times 8 plus 2 times 12 times 6 plus 2 times 12 times, or 6 times 8. We could maybe use a calculator here. So it's 192. 144. Oh yeah, 2 times 12. 2 times 6 times 8. 96. And all this, all this adds up to get our total surface area of 96 plus 144 plus 106, 436 inches squared. Volume's a lot simpler. It's 12 times 8 times 6. That's 12 times 48. 4, 6, 7, 576. Cool. Or cubic it, whichever. Inches. Cylinder's kind of cool. Let's find the surface area and the volume of this cylinder with a radius of 3 centimeters and a height of 8. The surface area of it is we treat this like it's a little piece of paper wrapped around here. This is going to be the circumference of a circle times the height. This right here is the circumference of a circle, the circular base, times the height. So this is 8 times 2 pi times 3. This is 8 times 6 times pi. This is 48 pi inches, oh, centimeters, pardon me, centimeters. 48 pi centimeters squared. And the volume is this height times the area of a circle, which is cool. So that's going to be 8 times pi times 3 squared, which is 8 times 9, which turns out to be 72 pi centimeters cubed. Very nice. Cones are weird because it's a third. Why is it a third? It is 1/3. It's simply a third of a cylinder for the volume of a cone. So for this example right here, where we've got a height of 3 feet and a radius of 1 foot, this volume is 1/3 pi times 1 squared times 3, which turns out to just be pi. The surface area depends on the Pythagorean theorem, which is why there's this sum of squares square rooted in it. It's just using a formula. Pi times 1 plus the square root of 1 squared plus 3 squared. Ugh. This is pi times 1 plus the square root of 1 plus 9. This is pi times 1 plus the square root of 10, which is, I mean, good enough. Unless you have a calculator. A sphere, quite nice, and again, we're just using the formulas. For the surface area, it's 4 big circles, 4 pi r squared. This would be 4 times pi times this 2.3 meters squared. Calculator. 4 times pi 2.8. 66.48 meters squared. For the volume, it's 4/3 times pi times the radius cubed, which is kind of weird. It makes sense if you know like some calculus, but this is a very calculus type of formula. Otherwise, you're just kind of memorizing it, I guess. To do cubed on this calculator, I'm going to do 2.3 and this x to the y key. You can see the little caret right there. It means an exponent. 3. I'm going to hit enter. I'm going to multiply that by pi. I'm going to multiply by 4. I'm going to divide by 3, 4/3. And I'll get 50.97 meters cubed. Wow. So that's a big run through of all of these different formulas. Take a look at them, work some problems, and I will see you next video. Thanks.